Hi, this is Stacy Stone of Chesapeake Soda Clean Incorporated. I'm one of the SodaWorks dealer distributors, and today we're going to talk about servicing the rotor valve on the bottom of a Buster Blaster 100 Soda Blast pot. The particular unit that we're going to be working on today is a 2009 unit that just came in used that I'm going to clean up and service and get it ready for resale. This is our rotor valve assembly. This is an air over electric actuator with the valve. Actuator here, valve here. There's a set of Teflon O-rings inside the valve where our chrome ball is. And those Teflon O-rings will need to be changed periodically due to wear. This is the only wear item in a SodaWorks Buster Blaster 100 Soda Blast pot. Okay, this is a new valve assembly here, and this is what the O-rings should look like. These are some worn O-rings, and you can see the edges of the one on the right there are worn badly. This one's worn completely through, and this one has a bad spot right here. And typically you'll know that it's time to change these O-rings when the pot is under pressure. You're not blasting, but you can still feel air or some soda coming out of the end of the nozzle. That's pretty normal. You'll need to change these about every 200 or 300 hours. Depends on what soda you're using, and it depends on how often you're on and off the trigger. This is the valve assembly taken apart. This is the nut that goes on the front of the assembly. Your first O-ring is here. Your ball valve. Your second O-ring is down inside. And we will, next segment, we'll show you how to take that apart. Okay, step 3, actually removing the rotor valve assembly. There's a couple of different ways you can do it. The way I like to do it is, first off, your relay assembly here, there's a thumb screw on top. Remove that and the relay will come right off the top. Next you want to take a 7/16 and a 9/16 wrench and take your green air supply hose off of the actuator assembly. From there, if you follow your pipe down, you have a union right here. An adjustable wrench and a pipe wrench will take that union apart. You'll be able to take this whole assembly right off the pot and take it right up onto the workbench. Alright, in just a matter of a minute or two, I was able to remove the rotor valve assembly from the bottom of the pot. And here's our assembly here. The next step will be to remove the black actuator from the valve, and it's just 2 screws, one on the top here and one on the bottom here. Okay, I've removed the actuator from the valve assembly and put the valve assembly in a vise. Next thing you want to do is take a wrench and take your big nut off the front. Now, the first time you do this, for you guys that have new pots, that nut's going to be really tight. So you'll really have to make sure your valve assembly is tight in the vise, and you're really going to have to put some pressure on it to get it off. Now there's our first O-ring, and I can see on this one that there's actually wear on this, so this is time to service this, this valve. There's our first O-ring. Just pop that out, clean the surface, and drop a new O-ring in. Your other O-ring is down inside. Let's see if we can get the ball out. We'll get that ball out. I'm going to take the valve out of the vise, and then we'll go on to the next step. Okay, I took the valve assembly out of the vise. There's our ball valve, and what all I have to do now is just turn this over, and the ball will fall out. There it is. If I look in there, I hope you can see that, but that O-ring on the back side is really worn. That one hits the soda first before the second one. So we'll pop that one out, clean the surface, drop new O-ring in there. Now the stem, in the kit, there's 4 O-rings. You'll get O-rings for this stem also. Those don't always need to be changed every time, but if you want to, go right ahead. Just if you take that apart, put it right back together again exactly the way you took it apart. Also of note, when you drop the ball out of here, that valve assembly should have been closed. The ball should have been closed off so no soda and air come out. Make sure when you put it back together again that the ball is in the closed position. If you forget and put it in the open position, which you can do, what will happen is when you power your pot back up, it's going to want to open itself up, and when you push the trigger, it'll close. It'll be just backwards. So just make sure that ball is in the closed position. Alright, here's our rebuilt valve assembly, all put back together again, and we just need to reinstall it back on the bottom of the pot, hook up our green air supply, put the relay back on, and we'll do a final test. Alright, we're done. That completes rebuilding the rotor valve assembly on the bottom of a SodaWorks Buster Blaster 100 Soda Blast pot. It's actually pretty simple. I had it done in about 15-20 minutes. The first time you do it, it might take you 30 minutes just because you haven't done it before. But once it's done, it's a very simple project. Any of your SodaWorks authorized dealers can supply you with the O-rings for your valves. Just give them a call or call the guys at the SodaWorks. 1-888-508-SODA.